This is a second Tesla ride-on, and I'm leaving this one with my parents because that way Jasper's cousins can use it and any other children that visit here, and of course Jasper as well. So what do you think of the red Tesla? They do a really good job. You know it's got a front.
Oh no! Wow, it's got a front, Jasper.
Yeah, he knows. Yeah.
But it hasn't got a boot.
And the back, well no, because in the boot is where the battery is.
Oh, I see.
So it's got a lithium-ion battery in there, and it's got speed 1, which is slow, and speed 2, which is ludicrous.
Yeah, let's put it on speed.
Let's put it on speed 2 when Jasper's out of the garage.
I can't wait for Dexter to have a go.
Yeah, Dexter will love it. The quality is quite good, isn't it?
I think it's fantastic.
Right, I think my tyres might be a little bit on the low side. I've checked online, and Teslapedia say 42 PSI. I think these might have been inflated at a slightly warmer ambient temperature, that's my theory. To be honest, the tyres were pretty good on that. 39.5 on the back when they should be 42, and 40 on the front when they should be 42. Jasper, that's the slow setting. Can we pop it on the fast setting? There we go. Hang on. There you go. Go on, show me how fast it goes. Oh, whoa! Oh my god. That is ludicrous. Just slowing it down now, okay. Yeah. It really does shift in fast mode, doesn't it? There you go. Watch out, don't hit my car! Jasper, be careful with that thing, it's a bit speedy. And in case you're wondering, that is why the one at home is not on mode 2. Because could you imagine him driving around the house at those speeds? I thought I would just mention something that I totally forgot to mention yesterday, although it was on the list, but I was knackered, so hey. And that is the Karma Revero. I think that's what they call it. The new version of the Karma. This is basically the reincarnated Fisker, I suppose. And the interesting thing is, their latest hybrid gets 20 miles to the gallon on petrol. Wow. And only like 60 something. And only 60 something miles to the gallon equivalent when it's on electricity. It started raining a bit, Jasper. You need to put it in slow mode. Jasper, it started raining a bit, monkey. It started raining. Look, you need to put it in slow mode. I'll put it in slow mode. Now drive it back into the garage, okay? Good old British weather stops play as per usual. So anyway, what I just find absolutely hilarious is that this is a hybrid that is actually got worse fuel efficiency combined with the electricity than a car from 5 years ago or something. You go and drive it in through the garage, monkey. That's what you do with your car when it starts raining. There we go. That's it. You don't have to drive it all the way through. Goodness gracious, you might hit something important like Gigi's car. Let's have a look at the battery. Ah, still on 5 bars. Perfect. Awesome. Alright, you might get another go of it later. Yeah, this door has stopped cooperating completely. I need to ring Tesla and get that booked in. This is what happens when somebody puts my normal cup for coffee in this house in the dishwasher. The problem is, there's only one cup that will fit my coffees round here. We need to buy them some extra ones. battery on that thing is just incredible. We've been riding it now for about 3 hours. Not 100% non-stop, but close to. And we're all packed and ready to go. Well, apart from Jasper. I'm just finishing my coffee. My mum is just watching my latest vlog episode, and then we are going to get Jasper ready and in the car so that we can head off. First, I just wanted to mention something about battery degradation because this is just awesome. There is an owner in Finland that has hit 250,000 miles in their 2014 Model S. Fantastic. This is a 2014 Model S. I've done 79,000 miles, so quite a long way off 250,000. But here's the thing, right? This guy has worked out that he's got roughly 7% degradation over that 250,000 miles. Now remember, he is going to get less degradation than a normal person in 250,000 miles, because I think it was a taxi, if I remember correctly, and he's done those miles in 3 years, and it's half calendar life and half cycle life with batteries. Now the cycle life, you can extend that by not discharging the battery too much. Don't charge it up too much, use it in the middle, and then it will survive cycling in a much more healthy state than if you go all the way to 0 and all the way up to 100% on a daily basis. And the other thing is, when it comes to the actual shelf life of the battery, if you store it, or if it spends the majority of its time around 50–60% charged, then again you get less of the chemical reactions in the battery that you don't want, that lock away lithium, and the battery will last longer. Now I don't know what this guy has done or not done to maintain the health of his battery, but one thing is for sure, 250,000 miles is a very substantial distance, and the fact that a Model S can do that as a taxi basically demonstrates the viability of this vehicle for those high workload environments, which I think is really important because it helps to break down these myths. It's those good old myths that always hold back EVs, and it's always people that have no experience of EVs that sort of listen to the nonsense that people like Jeremy Clarkson and Top Gear put out there. So for example, the battery will die in 65 miles, 5 years later it'll be toast, you'll have to get a new one, etc, etc. You can't do long distances, charging infrastructure holds everything back. I actually do think charging infrastructure does hold some things back, just not Tesla's. So there you go, that's my 2 cents on the whole battery degradation situation, and I think it's quite important to spread the word about news stories like this, because the more people who hopefully watch this video or read about the story or hear about this sort of thing from one source or another, hopefully the less people are going to believe it the next time Jeremy Clarkson claims that EVs are totally useless and the battery will be dead after 5 years. Right, pretty sure it's just go get Jasper time now. Return my pint glass of coffee as well. Okie doke. One thing we have definitely learnt from today is that the Tesla ride-ons are extremely good fun if you have enough space for them. Isn't that right, Jasper?
Yeah.
You know, I've noticed something. Since my latest update, the wing mirrors come out when the door handles come out to signal the car is unlocked, whereas previously the wing mirrors would only come out when you actually opened a door. It's amazing how these little things just change over time. No idea why they made that change. It's Jasper's first day at school tomorrow, so it's going to be a massive great rush when we get home. Also, what I've done, is wrap a plaster around one of his fingers, which seems to have put a stop to the whole finger sucking thing. Touch wood. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's vlog post. If you have, remember to like it, share it and subscribe if you haven't already, and follow me on Instagram if you don't already, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next instalment of my daily vlog. Bye!
I just ride on because their Porsche is broken.
Their Porsche is broken, you mean the Lamborghini?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Lamborghini they had was broken and it was nothing like as good. So, in that respect, you know, toys mimic real life. Right, let's get you in the car, chicken.